So it looks like I missed Coffee. Might as well cover this matchup. This is pretty rare, but I've played it a couple of times. The most important thing to remember about Poppy is her passive, which means that if you do large amounts of damage to her, or rather large amounts of her current health, it halves the damage that you do. So you actually do more damage with damage over time than with is she asking where I'm going, or like which lane I'm gonna be? I don't know. Anyway, so you do more damage with damage over time than with large bursts. So in general, I want to get in melee range and use W, because my creeping death does damage over time. And I also want to remember that the damage over time component of my ultimate is going to do pretty much true damage to her, because it takes in very small amounts. So I started with potions and wards because I don't want to buy defensive items against her. I don't want to get a cloth armor because she does a lot of magic damage as well as physical damage. So buying defensive items just really won't help her, or won't help against her that much. Let's see what my team does here. Very nice for my team. Anyway, Poppy is a really weak laner, because she's melee and she doesn't have a lot of options for harass. So I basically want to let this push toward me and continually hit her with my E. Alright, so she has a melee minion and I don't, which means that this is going to push toward me with a little bit of luck. I might have messed it up a little bit, yep, so now I'm just going to try to fight her because I can. And she is going to die. She flashed to get the Q off, which is smart by her. She knew she was going to die to ignite. And I couldn't react in time to it. But as you can see, I can fight her pretty comfortably. If I had played that a little better, I would have gotten away. I could have flashed away, I could have done a couple of things. Anyway, what I really want in this lane is just the ability to push. And I'm not going to buy a Hextech Revolver because I took Spellbound Runes. And I'm just going to build straight damage. But the reason I want boots first is because it lets me push more safely. Because if their jungler shows up, I can run away. And it also lets me poke in and out of the tower range. So I'm going to basically set up so that I can push under her tower. And just try not to fight her ever. I basically just want to end laning because she is stronger in the late game. She's one of the strongest champions in fact in the late game. So as long as I keep this pushed, I will generate some pressure for my team, and she's being kind of annoying, but she can't do anything to me. Because I can just easily run away. So it was pushing toward me, the lane was pushing toward me when I got here. So it took me a a little bit to set it up to push it back, but now I'm set up. I don't want to get too close to her because she does do a lot of brick damage, so I'm not going to bother melee attacking the tower. I'm just going to poke her under tower and make her life a little bit miserable. Putting W on melee minions like that is really good because when she stays in range, it'll just keep picking on her. She's doing a pretty good job last hitting, so off of her. But she's still getting poked out from the tower, so she decided she needs to recall. I don't believe she took teleport, I'll check in a second. No, she didn't, so this is free damage to the tower, and I'm denying experience. I don't really need to go back, but we'll see. And now I've drawn out their jungler to the top lane as well, which frees up my team a little bit, so they can maybe make a little bit more aggressive plays. Alright, I'm gonna go back now because I know Fiddlesticks is around. I don't want to keep him in the tower and Poppy is back. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did just now, which is I'm gonna get movement speed to avoid jungle ganks. I'm gonna get some wards to avoid jungle ganks. I'm gonna get some potions to help him stay in lane, and I'm gonna just push furiously into her. I want to be careful though right now because Fiddlesticks is, well, he's level 4, but he might be level 6 pretty soon. And level 6 is when Fiddlesticks really starts ganking. You know, his ganks get really scary. So I want to watch out, make sure I know where he is. He might be in these bushes. I want to be careful for that. Until I see him, it's not really safe to push. Well, actually, now I think about it, he's almost definitely not level 6 yet. So, I'm gonna take the risk. It looks like she went back. She probably got to lane and then from that wave got enough money for another item, so she decided to go back and get it. A little bit unusual, but she didn't lose any experience for it because I hesitated to push. Good job, Poppy. Yeah, you can see my creeping death just tick. There's a little bit of tick damage every time she walks up. That happens to work really well against her because she has no innate sustain and no shield or anything to stop that from doing damage to her. I haven't seen Fiddlesticks in a while, so it's pretty scary. He did show up somewhere, because he's level 5 now. I expect Fiddlesticks here. You could tell that Fiddles was here by the fact that, like, just by the way that Poppy was playing, I guess. Oh shit. Did I get hit by it? No, I don't know. I think I might have got hit by his ult. I don't know. I kind of zoned out there for a second. I didn't play that very well. I didn't think he could kill me, so I just kind of hid in the bush. But then he could. Anyway, it worked out really well for me. But that, that basically summarizes playing against Poppy in lane. You can push aggressively against her. She can't harass you while she's last hitting on her tower. She can't really do anything, and you have a lot of options to poke her down and make her life uncomfortable. Right now I'm leading by about 10 CS. I could probably be leading by more if I played better. But it's a fairly simple lane, and your objective is just to take the tower so you can go start doing stuff on the rest of the map, or maybe just keep pushing.